Well, hello there. Welcome to my advent calendar. Today is the first day, and this is going to be a mixture of teaching the saints of the day. We're going to learn in December saints of the day, get a little bit to know there, and we're going to read the second book of the Imitation of Christ and finish this also as part of this advent calendar. So it's going to be a fun mixture of different things. You're going to learn hopefully a lot. We continue with the theme of prayer, where I teach you another rosary during this advent calendar. So lots of fun things to come. Welcome at this first day. First of all, settle down. Lean back, get a little settled from all the day. Maybe it's evening or maybe it's morning and it's been already kind of like a stressful morning. Just take a deep breath and welcome. So we're going to read today. Today is the feast day of the Blessed Charles de Foucauld. Priest and a hermit, he lived 1858 till 1916. And I'm going to read just a little bit about his life. And hopefully this is really interesting. Get to know some of the saints that we have here that we actually can call upon to help us here on earth in our journey. And to be our prayer intercessor, we can actually ask them to pray for us and all these kind of good things. So, Blessed Charles de Foucauld was born in an aristocratic family in Strasbourg, France. Charles was orphaned at the age of 6, raised by his devout grandfather, rejected the Catholic faith during his high school, and joined the French army. Inheriting a great deal of money from his grandfather, Charles went to Algeria with a regiment, but not without his mistress, Mimi. When he refused to give her up, he was dismissed from the army. Later, he re-enlisted in Algeria after he had left Mimi. He resigned from the army when he was refused permission to make a scientific exploration of nearby Morocco. With the help of a Jewish rabbi, Charles disguised himself as a Jew and in 1883 began a one-year explanation that he recorded in a book that was well received. Inspired by the Jews and Muslims whom he met, when he returned to France, he resumed the practice of his Catholic faith in 1886. He joined the Trappist monastery in Ardèche, France, and later transferred to one in Akbis, Syria. He left them and in 1897 began to work as gardener and sacristan for the Poor Clare nuns in Nazareth and later in Jerusalem. He returned to France and was ordained a priest in 1901. Later that year, he returned to Beni Abbas, Morocco, intending to found a monastic religious community in North Africa, offering hospitality to Christians, Muslims, Jews, or people with no religion. He lived a peaceful, hidden life, but attracted no companions. A former army comrade invited him to live among the Tuareg people in Nigeria. Charles learned their language enough to write a Tuareg French and French Tuareg dictionary and to translate the Gospels into Tuareg. In 1905, he came to Tamanrasset, where he lived the rest of his life. His two-volume collection of Tuareg poetry was published after his death. In early 1909, he visited France and established an association of lay people who pledged to live with the Gospels. He returned to Tamanrasset, was welcomed by the Tuareg. In 1915, he wrote to Louis Massignon, "The love of God, the love for one's neighbor. All religion is found there. How to get to that point? Not in a day, since it is perfection in itself. It is the goal we must always aim for, which we must unceasingly try to reach, and that we will only attain in heaven. The outbreak of World War I led to attacks on the French in Algeria. Seized in a raid by another tribe, Charles and 2 French soldiers coming to visit him were shot dead on December 1st, 1916. 5 religious congregation associations and spiritual institutes, Little Brothers of Jesus, Little Sisters of the Sacred Heart, Little Sisters of Jesus, Little Brothers of the Gospel, and Little Sisters of the Gospel, draw inspiration from the peaceful, largely hidden, yet hospitable life that characterized Charles. He was beautified on November 13, 2005. The life of Charles de Foucauld was eventually centered on God and was animated by prayer and humble service, which he hoped would draw Muslims to Christ. Those who are inspired by his example, no matter where they live, seek to live their faith humbly, yet with deep religious convictions. In his homily at the Beatification Mass, Cardinal José Saraiva Martin noted that Charles chose as his motto, Jesus Caritas, Jesus Love. In 1916, Charles wrote, "There is, I believe, a word from the gospel that has more profound impression on me, nor has transformed my life more than this. Whatever you do for the least of my brothers, you do for me." If we reflect that these words are those from the uncreated truth, those from the mouth of he who said, "This is my body, this is my blood," what forces drives us to seek and to love Jesus in the least ones, these sinners, these poor ones? And so let he be an example for us to live our faith full-heartedly and to do, good to all people. I always encourage people to do good deeds, and today is the perfect day. Start doing a good deed. Maybe you find the least of all people, the least of recognized, the least of, being loved, that you can do something good for them. And follow the example. I hope this is inspiring to you, and you tune back in tomorrow for another Advent calendar video. God bless you.